The year is 2026, and Jack Bauer just got arrested for allegedly attacking a rideshare driver in Hollywood. Not on screen, not in some gritty reboot. Real life, around 12:15 in the morning. Police say he got into the car, assaulted the driver, and made criminal threats. He was taken in, then walked out again on a $50,000 bond. Court date set for February 2nd. This is the part where the public looks up from their phones and goes, "Wait, Jack Bauer did what?" Because somewhere in our heads, Kiefer Sutherland was not supposed to be this guy. He was the gravel voice, the guy who shouted into phones, the man who broke the rules to save the world and somehow stayed righteous. And now we are here, reading about an alleged late-night assault on a gig worker. So how did we get from trusted television hero to another Hollywood arrest headline? To answer that, we have to rewind, way back, to the moment everyone decided Kiefer was not just some actor, but a symbol. Flashback to the 1980s. Kiefer, William Frederick Dempsey, George Rufus Sutherland, son of Donald Sutherland and Shirley Douglas, is one of those faces you just start recognizing on posters. Stand By Me, The Lost Boys, Young Guns. He was the cool bad guy, the intense one, the guy you did not want following you down a hallway. His characters were sharp and dangerous. Teenage you would not mess with him. Fast forward to the early 2000s. He becomes Jack Bauer on 24. 8 seasons of counterterrorism, whisper shouting, and we are running out of time every 5 minutes. He wins awards. The show becomes a cultural obsession. Jack Bauer is not just a character. He becomes shorthand for toughness, for getting things done, for the guy who will do whatever it takes but still somehow believes he is on the right side. So, when you heard his name, you did not think multiple arrests. You thought that guy could stop a bomb with his bare hands. But here is the thing. While Jack Bauer was saving fictional America on screen, Kiefer Sutherland in real life was building a very different record. The pattern starts way back. 1989, first alcohol-related driving charge, then 1993. Arrested again, suspected of driving under the influence, failed a sobriety test. In 2004, he pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor DUI in Los Angeles. The big one hits in late 2007, charged again with DUI. It is his 4th DUI or related incident since 1989. He pleads no contest, gets sentenced to 48 days in the Glendale City Jail. 48 days for Jack Bauer. People made prison jokes. The internet did its thing. It was easy to frame it as a rough patch, a chapter, a lesson-learned story. Then came 2009, New York City, a party at the Mercer Hotel. Kiefer is accused of headbutting fashion designer Jack McCullough, hit so hard that McCullough's nose was reportedly broken. He gets arrested. The story runs everywhere. Eventually, there is a joint apology statement, the charges are dropped, and the whole thing gets smoothed over, at least on paper. By this point, the file is not, oops, one bad night. It is a list. Multiple DUIs, jail time, a headbutt that breaks someone's nose. But Hollywood has a very strong skill. It can decide what it wants to remember. And Hollywood wanted to remember Jack Bauer. He kept working, he voiced things, he acted in new shows, he moved into projects like Designated Survivor, playing a president pulled into power. Same basic energy. Ordinary man forced to take charge. The good guy in chaos. Off screen, rumors pop up over the years. One persistent story claimed he bullied younger co-stars on Stand By Me. In April of 2024, on the talk show The Talk, he answered that directly. Absolutely not true. Jerry O'Connell backed him up, saying Kiefer's intimidating character did not mean he bullied anyone in real life. So in public, you had this split picture. On one side, denials of certain stories. On the other, a very real record of DUIs, arrests, and that 2009 headbutt. Still, the machine kept moving. After 24 ended, you would think the path was clear. Movie stardom, awards, prestige dramas every year. He thought that too. In a later interview, looking back at that time, he said that after 24, he thought he would just naturally have a bunch of opportunities staring me in the face. Then he added that the truth is, if you don't create those opportunities, they're just not there. And there have been times when he has not worked for a while. That is the quiet part most fans do not see. You assume a hit show means you are set for life. He is saying no. If you do not chase work, it does not just fall into place. By the mid-2020s, the pattern of his career starts to look off. Rabbit Hole, a thriller series that aired in 2023, is canceled after one season. He stays active, sure, but the projects feel smaller or more random. Then comes Tinseltown in late 2025, a British Christmas comedy where he plays a washed-up Hollywood actor named Bradley Mack. The plot is about a star whose career is slipping, someone seen as past his prime, someone taking what he can get. Critics did not hold back. At least one outlet called it an utterly pathetic Christmas movie. Some coverage framed Kiefer himself as lost and suggested he was just taking whatever came along, that this role mirrored his own fall from prestige projects, from Jack Bauer to a savaged holiday film. That is when the reputation story really starts to shift. It is not just old legal trouble anymore. Now, people are questioning his choices, his power, his place in the industry. He pushes back a bit, in his own way, talking about how work does not just appear, about having to create opportunities. And on other fronts, he is still being taken seriously. There is talk of a 24 revival, with a showrunner saying an idea has been written and is in the works with Disney after the Fox merger. He continues to land roles in films like Sierra Madre, filming in Colombia. So you have this weird middle ground. To some fans, he is still the guy, the voice, Jack Bauer forever. To some media, he is the troubled star sliding towards smaller projects. To casting people, he is still hireable but not untouchable. Then, the rideshare incident hits, January 12th, 2026, just after midnight in Hollywood. According to the Los Angeles Police Department, Kiefer Sutherland allegedly enters a rideshare vehicle, physically assaults the driver, and makes criminal threats. Some outlets report that those threats included threats to kill the driver. The driver does not require medical treatment. Sutherland is arrested, booked on suspicion of felony criminal threats, among other possible charges, then released on a $50,000 bond. First court date, February 2nd, 2026. As of now, no conviction, just allegations. The legal process has not played out yet. There is no formal judgment from a court. His reps have not issued a statement. Hollywood is quiet, very quiet, but the public is not, because this is not some early career stumble. This is a man in his late 50s with a long history of alcohol issues and aggression arrests, now being accused of attacking a gig worker doing his job. And this time, the story fits right into a pattern people are tired of. The pattern where famous men get many chances. The pattern where DUIs stack up and nothing really changes. The pattern where breaking someone's nose with a headbutt becomes a footnote, not a turning point. The rideshare driver here is not a designer at a New York party. He is not another celebrity. He is just someone trying to earn a living, which makes the power imbalance brutal. You can almost hear the online commentary writing itself. Jack Bauer threatening an Uber driver like it is another episode. Imagine getting punched by the guy who used to save the world. Hollywood will act shocked for 5 minutes and then cast him as a tough but troubled cop. And that is the bigger story. This is not just about Kiefer Sutherland as one person. This is about what the system around him rewards, forgives, and quietly ignores. Hollywood has a habit. If you are bankable, you are fixable. Multiple DUIs, a jail sentence, a headbutt. As long as the audience claps, everything becomes a dark time you overcome. A chapter in the Behind the Music documentary. Something you give a thoughtful quote about later. And fans help. We like our heroes messy, but not too messy. It makes us feel grown up to say, I can separate the art from the artist, until the headlines pile up so high that you cannot really separate them anymore. You start to see the line from method tough guy roles to assault charges, and it stops feeling like a coincidence. With Kiefer Sutherland, the dissonance is extra sharp. Jack Bauer was built as a man who broke rules for a higher purpose. He hurt people while chasing bombs, not while getting into cars. People forgave the character because the stakes were always the fate of the world. The real guy does not have that script. There is no split screen with a digital clock, no ticking timer to justify grabbing someone by the throat in a Honda. So, what actually falls apart here is not just his image. It is the little story a lot of people told themselves, that he was simply playing dangerous men, not living anywhere near that edge, that the DUIs were old news, that the headbutt was an odd celebrity bar story, that he had moved past it. The latest arrest drags all of that back into the same room. Articles about the rideshare incident do not just say what happened on January 12th, they also list his history. 4 DUI or related incidents by 2007, 48 days in jail, the Jack McCullough headbutt, the broken nose. It all comes back. So, what does Hollywood do with that? Right now, mostly nothing in public. No flood of colleagues weighing in. No dramatic statements. It is that awkward silence where everyone waits to see if this goes away or explodes, where studios quietly read police reports and check contract clauses, where someone in a boardroom asks, do we really want to build a 24 revival around a lead who just got arrested for felony criminal threats? Because this is the part that stings for him. Reputation is not just what the audience thinks. It also controls what scripts you get handed. Do you get the big serious drama? Or do you get another Tinseltown, another washed-up actor role that hits too close to home? In a way, Tinseltown already answered that question. A Christmas movie that some media called utterly pathetic, with a character who looks like a reflection of what people fear he has become. Reviews that describe him as lost, coverage that says he is taking whatever comes along. Put that next to a fresh arrest involving a low-wage worker and alleged death threats, and the narrative basically writes itself. The actor who thought opportunity would just appear after 24 is now fighting to hold on to what is left, while his old legal history plays again on loop. So, what did we lose? For fans, you lose the clean version of Jack Bauer. The one you could cheer for without a voice in your head going, this man has 4 DUIs in real life. You lose the comfort of pretending that the righteous anger on screen stops when the cameras do. For Hollywood, you lose a simple comeback story. The neat arc where Kiefer Sutherland goes from troubled past to steady lead roles to respected elder statesman. The current timeline is messier. It has harsh reviews, canceled shows, and now a felony arrest in the middle of the night. And for culture in general, you lose one more piece of trust in your own heroes. It is not that we expect actors to be saints. We do not. But we like to believe that at some point after the second or third arrest, there is a real turning point, a line, a moment of, I cannot keep doing this. This new case says maybe that moment did not happen, or if it did not stick. The sad part is, none of this had to go this way. Kiefer Sutherland is still working. He still has fans. There is still talk of projects like Sierra Madre and a possible 24 revival. He has had co-stars defend him on some rumors. He has given honest quotes about the struggle to find work after a hit show. There was a version of this story where the legal problems stayed in the past and the next headlines were about a strong late career run. Instead, we are talking about a rideshare driver who says Jack Bauer climbed into his car and turned a regular shift into a police report. So, when we say his reputation is falling apart, what we really mean is this: the mask is slipping. The gap between the hero on your TV and the man walking into court on February 2nd is getting harder to ignore. And once you see that gap, you cannot unsee it. Jack Bauer always believed time was running out. For Kiefer Sutherland, time might still be on his side legally. He has not been convicted in this new case. He may avoid prison. He may work again. He may even stand on a set one day and say, previously on 24 into a camera. But something already broke that no joint apology statement or gentle interview can fix. The idea that he was just playing the troubled man, not becoming him. And that is the part no bond can buy back.